Hi guys, my name is Jude and today I am here to do the currently reading book tag, and I was tagged by Reading Miss Froggy. I will link her video down below. It's great, so you definitely have to go and check it out and subscribe to her channel, and I will also be linking the original creator of the tag. So it's basically a tag about currently reading. Yeah. So first question, how many books do you usually read at once? Shit ton. I'm usually one of those people that reads a lot of different books at the same time. Like right now, I am reading all of these books. At the moment, it is an exception. I don't usually get so wrapped up in so many books. I usually read 3 books at a time. And currently, the ones that I have here are Every Day by David Levithan, The Community Manager's Playbook by Lauren Perkins, The Opposite of Loneliness by Marina Keegan, An Ember in the Ashes by Sabaa Tahir, Asunder by Jody Meadow, and Eleanor and Park by Rainbow Rowell. If you are reading more than one book at a time, how do you decide when to switch to reading the other book? So what I usually do is that I read different books but never from the same genre, because I'm not always in the mood to read just one book and I just go jumping through books. Or also sometimes I read in different formats. I read one book in the Kindle, one physical book, and one audiobook. I'm also listening currently to an audiobook, forgot to mention that. I decide what to read based on the situation that I'm in, and I'm really weird. Like, there's certain books that I only read when I'm in the car waiting something or for someone or whatever. Others that I only read when I'm here in my bed. Others that I only read when I'm at work, or I don't know, I'm so weird. For example, in Ember in the Ashes and Every Day by David Levithan, I only read when I'm in bed at home. This one I've been reading almost every night a little bit, and this one every single time I watch the series Tut, the Tutankhamun series, that one. I get in the mood for this book and I start reading it, so it depends on the mood. Then there's The Opposite of Loneliness by Marina Keegan, which is a book that I take with me when I know I'm gonna be left waiting for something and I need, like, just to kill time. I will read this. It's just a book that I'm really not afraid to throw in my bag and just take with me anywhere and read it whenever, whatever, blah, blah. And then audiobooks, I only listen to when I'm at work because, you know, you put your headphones in and you're just working there, and I listen to stories while I work. Do you ever switch bookmarks while you part away through a book? Never. Every time I start a book, I give it a bookmark, and that bookmark, it belongs to the book while it's being read. Where do you keep the books that you're currently reading? I always keep them right here. I put a nice little pile right here next to the bed, and every time I'm gonna go out the door or whatever, I just grab the book that I'm gonna take with me to the car, or when I sit down to read, I just pick the book that I'm in the mood of for, always just right here. There's a nice little example of how they usually look. That's my currently reading little space on the shelf. What time of day do you spend the most time reading? Usually, like currently, life has been so busy and the most I've gotten to read is usually in the car when I'm waiting for something, because it's like a little limbo space where I can read. But if I'm going to make the time to read and just like stay in the bed, I read at night. I get to bed at like 9 p.m. and I just start reading until it's like 11 and I fall asleep. But definitely I love reading at night. I feel like it's the time when I'm done with things and it's like my nice peace and quiet moment and nobody can interrupt, so I like it. How long do you typically read for in one go? So typically I go for half an hour. That's the most time I can usually make. But that's currently. When it's like vacations or something, or I'm just really into a book, I usually read for 3 hours. I never go beyond that because I feel like it's too much to be sitting down there for 3 hours. So I need to switch it up or take a 10-minute break and then I can go on again. But 3 hours is like, yeah. 30 minutes average, tops 3 hours, yep. Do you read hardcovers with the dust jacket on or off? Off. Always with the dust jacket off, always. If I lend a book, I never give it with a dust jacket because I used to read them with the dust jacket on, but then they would get like all dent and ugly, and oh, it pisses me so much. So I always take the dust jacket off and leave it on the shelf and just keep that little book. Which position do you mainly use to read? I always just sit on my bed on this little thing, which is sort of like a couchy thingy. You can just sit here. I sit there for the support on my back. I cross my legs like I'm doing it right now, covers over, and usually a cat on my lap, and I'm just like, yeah. Do you take the book you're currently reading with you everywhere you go? No. There are certain books that are just so pretty without the dust jacket that I don't carry with me everywhere, but other books I am not afraid to, as I said, to throw in my bag and take with me wherever. There's books for travel and there's books that are meant to just stay at home. I sound like a crazy person, but I swear there's books that need to go out and others that just don't. How often do you update your progress in the book you're currently reading on Goodreads? I do it when I advance like a good chunk in the book, because sometimes I feel embarrassed to update like 3 pages, so I just don't. But if I read a good chunk, I will update it as often as possible, or if I have something to say. I love updating, whether it's on Goodreads or just a random tweet or even on Instagram. I love updating on the books that I'm reading. I love it. So I am very active on the Goodreads. And the last question, who would you like to tag? Everyone, because we all read, we all have different habits, and I feel like we're all crazy in a different way, I hope. Like, I swear, I feel kind of nuts right now with the whole like, these are for the car and these are not. But I'm sure that most of us have some weird quirky thing that we just read things in certain ways at a certain time because we're just weird. So yeah, that's it. Do let me know, guys, if you like read more than one book at once. I find it really hard to just commit to one book or one TV show for that matter. I'm always just jumping up and down depending on my mood. I will read something. Unless the book is like really good, like hella good, and it's just picking up pace and it's like, I need to finish this right now, then I will like totally just go for it. But otherwise, I like to keep it mixed. So do let me know in the comment section. Also, if you've done this tag, if you want to do it, I'll leave all the questions down below. Thank you so much for watching, and to Mod for tagging me, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!